back on again.
Where'd you say they were mining?
When or where?
Where they were going to come in?
Across the 50-yard line there. That gate.
Guess they're ready to go.
Anyone that says something's foolproof has never met a sufficiently talented fool.
Let us quiet our minds, still our bodies, and be present in this moment as we unite our hearts in prayer. We give thanks for these graduates. We are thankful for their many contributions to Wabash, in the classroom and living units, on the stage and field, in the lab, and in the community. We give thanks for the many experiences that have shaped these graduates into who they are today, in both trials and triumphs, in loud yells and quiet whispers. They have grown to know themselves, to know each other, and to know you better. May they continue to grow in wisdom and truth. We give thanks for all those who have provided guidance, support, and mentorship through their time at Wabash. For families and friends near and far, for professors, trustees, coaches, and staff who have believed in them, provided resources, and upheld them in both victory and hardships, we are grateful. We come with a wide range of emotions: excitement, dread, ambivalence, apprehension. Help us honor this moment and recall all the ways that you have met our needs. Give us patience and wisdom to seek you, to listen for your calling, and to have the courage to follow where you lead. May we love each other in words and in deeds, in spirit and in truth. May these graduates continue to pursue answers to the enduring questions of life, asking, who am I and how do we live in community in a difficult world? May they continue to lean on their brothers and bring the same vulnerability and honesty to new friendships and communities, being the mentors and leaders that the world needs. May they continue to live as gentlemen and responsible citizens, standing tall as they live an and life, appreciating the beauty among complexity, seeking justice while recognizing everyone's humanity, pursuing truth while staying curious and speaking the truth in love. We ask for your blessing on this moment and upon these graduates and all who support him. Amen.
Down? Okay. All right. Commencement. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the 187th Commencement Ceremony at Wabash College. To the class of 2025, congratulations. It seems as though the last 4 years have flown by, as if it was only yesterday when I stood here on Frank Navarro Field and rang you in to the company of Wabash men. And today you establish a new tradition, having been the first class in our history to be rung in and rung out in Little Giant Stadium. Along with that, you have soared to remarkable levels of achievement in classrooms and labs, on playing fields and stages, in living units, and in our greater community. I know that you are better men because of your time here. I know that we are a better college because of the time we have spent with you. I know I have learned much from you. You have been supported in your Wabash journey by your teachers, coaches, staffs, and especially your Wabash brothers, who encouraged you at every step you've taken. And it was your parents and guardians who made all this possible. Graduates of the class of 2025, please rise and give all those people who have shaped you into the person you are today a heartfelt round of applause. Please be seated, class of 2025. Congratulations, you made it. The summer prior to your arrival was an anxious one for all of us. You were denied the opportunity to attend scholarship weekends at Wabash. You had few, if any, overnight visits to the campus, but you took a chance on us and you came to Wabash. At the end, as the new year arrived, we wondered if you'd show up at all. And all of us were nervous about the kinds of experiences we could provide you, about the experiences you would have or not have. But I remember on that very sunny August afternoon when I rang you in, I asked you, how will you ensure that 4 years from now, you're not looking back with regret at opportunities lost? Not lost from COVID, but lost because you didn't step forward to embrace them. Well, to say that you stepped up is a striking understatement. Among you are men heading to excellent medical, veterinarian law schools, graduate programs, and excellent careers. Among you are 7 Orr Fellows and 6 Fulbright finalists. Among you are All-Americans who shattered Wabash sports records and established new conference records. Among you are award-winning journalists, dynamic performers, and dedicated community servants. The majority of you have traveled with your classmates and professors on immersion trips and study abroad. But beyond those experiences, most importantly, you have become a band of brothers. You are sitting among men who will support you now and throughout your lives, in times of great celebration and in times of difficulty. You arrived here during a pandemic. You leave here as good Wabash men. At this time, it's my great honor for me to introduce this afternoon's commencement speakers, Louis Rivera III and Logan Avery Weilbaker. Yay! Louis majored in psychology, received distinction on comprehensive exams, and received a Macintosh Fellowship. He is a member of Phi Beta Kappa and received the Senior Award of Merit. He's a proud brother of Lambda Chi Alpha, Sphinx Club, Malcolm X Institute, and La Alianza. He is from Raleigh, North Carolina, and is the son of Louis Rivera Jr. and Patricia Rivera. Logan double majored in theater and classics and received distinctions on both majors. He's a member of Phi Beta Kappa and received honors in theater history and performance. He twice received the Phi Beta Kappa Prize, once for his original crossword puzzles in The Bachelor, and this year for his direction of the play 12 Angry Men. Logan is a Fulbright Fellow from Scottsburg, Indiana, is the son of Tim, and Missy Weilbaker. These outstanding young men will now speak in order without further introduction.
Good afternoon, Wabash. I'm incredibly honored to be speaking here today, and I've been thinking a lot about what this moment is supposed to mean. What words could possibly do justice to 4 years of growth, struggle, laughter, failure, and the people who made it all matter? And the truth I arrived upon is, I surely don't have all of the answers, but I do know where I need to start. With gratitude. So to my parents, my family, trying to keep it together, I just started, guys. My brother, Daniel, for your love, your support, and for answering all my random FaceTime calls when you're 11 hours away. Everything I've done here is built on the foundation you gave me. Thank you, and I love you. To the faculty, staff, and administrators, thank you. The psychology department, with all of its quirks and brilliance, felt like home, and I really appreciate each and every one of those professors deeply. And to mentors like Susan Albrecht, Dean Redding, Dr. Lamberton, Dr. Abbott, Cheryl Everett, and so many more, thank you. You made this place feel like it was mine to grow in. Thank you for every hard conversation, every moment of encouragement, and every time you pushed me to think harder and to care deeper. To my brothers at Lambda Chi Alpha, undergrad and alumni, thank you for shaping me into a better leader and a better man. You held me accountable, challenged me, and reminded me what brotherhood looks like. To my friends in the Sphinx Club, like Matt Lepper, Jake Weber, David Leal, JV in Montgomery, thank you for teaching me what it means to walk through Wabash with pride, with purpose, and with people I'll call brothers for life. And that brotherhood isn't something that I take lightly. It's not just about tradition or shared experiences, it's about transformation. We all, for the most part, came here as strangers, and now we're leaving as something more, shaped by this place and by each other. But once we step beyond these brick walls, we'll find that not every space fosters that same kind of growth. The world we're entering is fractured. People don't just disagree anymore, they disconnect, they dismiss, they dehumanize. It's easier now to retreat into echo chambers, to reduce each other to headlines or assumptions. We see it every day in the way debates turn to arguments and arguments turn into silence. But Wabash gave us something different. We learned how to live alongside people who challenged us, people who didn't vote like us, pray like us, or love like us, and somehow, through all of that difference, they still became our teammates, our roommates, our brothers. And that kind of growth didn't just happen. It took work. I definitely know for me, Wabash didn't ease me in. It asked a lot from the very start. And I knew I had two choices. I could either shrink back or lean in. So I leaned in. I listened. I learned. I grew. Not because I had everything figured out, but because people here didn't let me settle. Professors challenged me, friends sharpened me, and mentors made it clear that good enough was never the goal. I started to learn what it meant to lead, not because I had a title, but because I had people watching, and I wanted to be someone worth watching. And I know I'm not alone in this. Here at Wabash, all of us have been stretched, pushed beyond what we ever thought we were capable of. And through it all, we kept hearing the same call to stand tall. And by now, we all know the mission statement. Dean Redding said it 100 times, so come on, say it with me. Think critically, act responsibly, lead effectively, and live humanely. We've heard those words so many times on posters, syllabi, at chapel talks. But when I think about our mission statement and how it shaped us into how we treat people, I think of these things. This is what I feel like we've learned. You don't have to agree with someone to respect them. You don't have to understand every part of someone's identity to treat them with dignity. And you don't have to share someone's background to show them grace. That's what it means to live humanely. That's what it looks like to lead effectively. And that's what we've learned here, not just in classrooms, but in conversations, in disagreements, in the messy moments that shaped us. And the question that sits on my heart today is, will we remember that? Because we've seen what happens when people forget. It starts slowly, a hesitation to listen, a reluctance to ask why someone believes what they do. And before long, we stop challenging our beliefs. We stop showing up with empathy. We stop earning our convictions. And Wabash has taught us something else, something harder. It taught us how to recognize the humanity in someone, even when it's not convenient or comfortable, how to hold space for contradiction and still have compassion too. That's what makes this place different. And that's why when we walk across this stage today, The world isn't getting just another graduating class like the 100 others that are graduating this weekend across the country. It's getting men who are uniquely prepared to lead because we were shaped by a place that refused to let us settle. Because Wabash planted something in us. It planted seeds of courage, responsibility, curiosity. And now that we've grown, now that we're here, we carry that with us. We carry the chance to plant something new wherever we go. So, my fellow members of the class of 2025, I ask, what will you grow with the seeds that Wabash has given you? Will you chase what's easy or choose what's right? Because the world won't always make it obvious when you're doing the right thing. It won't always clap for you when you lead with humility, and it won't always make space for the kind of integrity this place has tried to instill in us. But that's exactly when it counts the most. When no one is watching and you show up anyway. That's the kind of leadership this world is starving for. And whether you realize it yet or not, that's the kind of leadership Wabash has prepared us to give. And I know that maybe not everyone sitting here today feels that way. Some of you might be wondering if you did enough. Maybe you didn't join a club or ever attend a chapel talk. Maybe you're walking across this stage without a job lined up or without grad school acceptances that you were looking for. Or maybe you've been carrying disappointment or quiet doubt that no one else can see. And if that's you, I want you to hear this. Don't dwell there. Don't let today become just a checkbox or a ceremony that ends the story. Because this moment isn't transactional, it's transformational. And let's be honest, we've already done something extraordinary. We're all about to become graduates of Wabash College, which, as the website proudly reminds us, just might be the greatest college in America. And it doesn't matter if you're graduating with a 4.0 or a 2.0. What matters is how you carry the name of our soon-to-be alma mater, not just on your diploma, but in the way you show up in the world. Use your status as a Wabash alumnus, not just to propel yourself forward, but to lift others as you climb. That's the beauty of this moment. Whatever comes next, you're walking into it with the heart, the grit, and the brotherhood that only Wabash could have given you. So as I look to close, here's what I hope you carry with you. The world you're stepping into is still fractured. People are still divided. It's easy to take sides, scroll past suffering, to speak only with people you already agree with. But Wabash didn't raise us to take the easy way. We were shaped in late night talks and early morning classes by people who thought differently and loved us anyway. That's the kind of education that teaches you not just how to think, but how to care, how to love, how to be a good human. So don't forget that. Don't harden. Don't turn away. Lead with conviction, but lead with compassion too. Let the way you love people be the loudest thing about you. So I'll end just as I began, with gratitude. To the class of 2025, thank you for the laughs, the tears, the growth, and yes, the occasional glass of wine on Rosé Thursdays. I love you all. Now, let's walk under that arch, standing tall, not just as graduates, but as the kind of men this world needs most right now. Thank you.
To my fellow members of the Wabash class of 2025, who would have thought 4 years ago that we would be standing here today? What a stupid way to start a commencement speech. Anybody with a calendar and a little foresight has seen this day coming for at least 4 years, many of you probably more. And yet, every commencement address seems to begin something like this, because it's true. From our perspective here in 2025, everything that's happened seems like it was inevitable, meant to be. It's easy to forget that at no step of the process was this end result certain. In July of 2020, just before my senior year of high school, I had never even heard of Wabash. I came to campus mostly because they were the only school offering in-person tours during a pandemic. And from the moment the pines gave way to reveal the mall with Pioneer Chapel, I knew I couldn't wait to enroll at Wabash and graduate 4 years later with a degree in mathematics. About 2 days into freshman year, already buried in a heap of calculus homework and deciding I needed to leave my room and make some friends, I auditioned for a play called The Amateurs. The director, Michael Abbott, cast me in a massive role that included, among many other challenges, delivering a 14-page monologue. As a green young freshman, however, I had some ideas about how I might spend my first few months at the college that didn't exactly line up with the rigorous rehearsal schedule perfectly crafted to get me to opening night. When I raised some concerns about this, Professor Abbott's first of what would become many words of wisdom he shared with me were this. He said, "At Wabash, as in life, you will have many choices. What you make of them will define the experience you have." So I switched my major to theater. And thank goodness I did. Many of my best friends, favorite memories, and most impactful experiences came from that decision. Out of curiosity, raise your hand if you're graduating today with a major other than the one you came here to pursue. If I didn't have to hold my paper, I'd raise 2 hands because I have 2 majors that I didn't intend to pursue. Okay, just curious. Fair number of hands. Whether you switched majors or came here undecided and took 2 years to make up your mind, or quit your sport and became a writer for The Bachelor, or swore you would never join a fraternity and then did, odds are high that the life you have today was not the one you predicted for yourself 4 years ago. Pretty much everything we think of today as perpetual and everlasting is, in fact, neither of those things, and is instead the result of somebody, a long time ago, making a choice. In the year 1779, a war was ongoing, and the concept of a free and independent United States of America was just an ideal, a pipe dream, pie in the sky, pursued by a collection of radicalist thinkers, including one Benjamin Franklin, who wrote these seemingly unrelated words in a letter to a friend. He said, "We hear of the conversion of water into wine at the marriage in Cana as of a miracle. But this conversion is made every day before our eyes. Behold the rain, which descends from heaven upon our vineyards. There it enters the roots of the vines to be changed into wine, a constant proof that God loves us and loves to see us happy." Although Ben Franklin was what you might call a religious skeptic who regularly sought out and pointed out hypocrisy among his church-going peers, he believed in a creator. Not just some apathetic God up in the sky who dumped a bunch of carbon atoms and went on his merry way. No. Franklin believed that every man and woman possessed a divine creative spirit, and it fueled his philosophy that the world you inherit does not have to be the one you leave behind. My friends in the class of 2025, we have been endowed with that same gift. The same eternal spirit which put forth democracy upon this continent and which knelt in the snow and established a classical school of high character in the Wabash country has been passed down to us. In the same way a vintner turns water to wine, or a founding father turns lightning into usable electricity, Wabash has time and again given us the tools for success and the freedom to exercise them as we wish, which is kind of dumb, to be honest. It's a little foolish to ask 800 young men to govern themselves and to live up to the standard of the gentleman's rule. It's a little foolish to ask a freshman to memorize 14 pages of text. It's a little foolish to let students get up here at commencement and say whatever we want. It's a little foolish to send some guys down to the bachelor office every week with no training and expect them to be named Indiana's best small college newspaper 3 years in a row. And yet, when the occasion calls for it, Wabash men get the job done. After the pandemic put a pause on printing, the Bachelor had some trouble getting back on its feet for a year or two. My sophomore year, led by a few aspirational seniors, we decided we were going to write better stories, take better photos, print more crossword puzzles, and publish a better newspaper than this college had ever seen. There was no pressure to do so. Nobody asked us. Winning awards only came with a 10% raise on our weekly salary of $0. But we wanted to, so we did. Since then, I couldn't begin to tally up the hours I've spent in that basement newsroom, working into the wee hours of the morning, motivated only by the promise of Taco Bell at the end of the night, to produce 12 pages of content for the Wabash community to consume on Friday morning. But while we were making the paper, you all were making the news. You started clubs, formed bands, competed in tournaments, broke records, performed beautiful piano sonatas, staged art exhibits, commentated basketball games, managed IM leagues, participated in student government, studied abroad, applied for fellowships, wrote papers with titles I can't even pronounce, and protested for causes you believed in. Nearly every week, someone could open up the paper and read about something that only existed because a Wabash student dreamt it and made it so. Of course, none of this happened alone, and I must offer my personal thanks to the deans for giving me the opportunity to speak today, to my loving parents, to my brothers and Butler B, my fellow Bachelor editors, everyone I got to share the Wabash stage with, to Michael Abbott, Jim Amadon, Allie Northcutt, Susan Albrecht, and so many more. I could write a list a mile long of all the people who have helped me get to where I am today, and I'm sure each of you could as well. Whoever's on your list, thank them. Not just with words, but by taking the lessons, resources, and opportunities they provided you and do something with them. Take the rainwater and make wine. Some of you probably can't wait for me to shut up so you can get your degree and move on to your next big adventure. Others of you are probably hoping I drag this on a bit because you're nervous about the world outside of Wabash. Maybe somewhere in the middle. Whatever camp you fall into, let me remind you, the world we are entering does not exist yet. It is waiting for young men who have been taught to think critically, act responsibly, lead effectively, and live humanely to come forth and invent it. Wabash students are proven creators. When we venture beyond these classic halls today, we have the choice to create the world we want to inherit. I look forward to sharing that world with you.
Wabash.
It's the alma mater. Alma mater. Yeah. Carl went on script.
Of Wabash meet to
Okay, now we sit down. Put on my cap.
Mr. President,
Mr. Turner.
Mr. President, it is my great honor to present Robert P. Chamness, Wabash College, class of 1975. So you may confer upon him the honorary degree, Doctorate of Humane Letters.
Thank you. Robert P. Chamness, native son of Park County, Indiana, you earned a competitive McCandless scholarship that allowed you to attend Wabash. Though the scholarship selection committee was particularly hard on you during the interviews, skeptical that a Turkey Run high school grad could make it at Wabash. They thought only the more urban guys from Rockville could hack it here. But make it you did, as a star political science student, winner of the Peck Medal, editor of The Bachelor, and member of Delta Tau Delta. In fact, the selection committee increased your scholarship every year. Mr. McCandless, himself a product of Park County and a 15-year president of the Wabash Board of Trustees, would certainly be proud today. After Wabash, you received your law degree, summa cum laude, from the Indiana University School of Law and began a highly successful legal career. At Baker and Daniels, you assisted in the granddaddy of consumer protection statutes in the landmark Supreme Court decision that allowed banks in one state to offer credit card services in any state. You practiced law for 15 years in Indianapolis, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco, specializing in banking and financial services law, and co-authoring or authoring 30 books and countless articles for the American Bankers Association. You are a nationally recognized expert and served as president of the American College of Consumer Financial Services lawyer and as chairman of the Consumer Financial Services Committee of the American Bar Association. Tired of high billing rates and sensing emerging technology in the banking industry, you left legal practice. Moving to Portland, Oregon, you joined the software and information services company Concentrix as executive vice president and general counsel, guiding it through its initial public offering in 1993. As president and CEO, you positioned Concentrix for dynamic growth, adding over 1,000 employees, negotiating 15 acquisitions, and increasing cash flow nearly 50% each year. Your Midwestern values, strong moral compass, and loyalty to your employees made ownership's decision to sell the company a difficult period. After a short hiatus, you joined Digimarc as general counsel just as it was taking off. Known for digital security and watermarking technology, Digimarc had a niche market in driver's license and voter ID cards. Becoming executive vice president, chief legal officer, and compliance officer, you led talent acquisition, corporate organization, government affairs, and environmental sustainability. As technology grew, so did the company's capabilities for using advanced security to prevent counterfeiting and piracy, using QR codes to verify the authenticity of products, and improving supply chains in real time. Who would have thought that a young man from Turkey Run would eventually lead a company specializing in the use of digital technology to enable and advance commerce on a truly global scale? Bob, we challenge our graduates each year to be good Wabash men, to be men who make a difference in our world. You provide a sterling example of the value of a holistic liberal arts education. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Wabash College and delegated to that board by the state of Indiana, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining, of which this citation shall be a permanent witness. Thank you. Congratulations. Mr. Secretary.
It is my great honor to present to you Kevin G. Clifford, Wabash College class of 1977, so that you may confer upon him the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters.
Thank you. In his remarkable speech to Wabash's graduating seniors at the Dean's Breakfast in 1963, Ben Rogie issued a charge to his soon-to-be Wabash alumni. He said, quote, "A college which commands affection and loyalty and at its best is a lifelong inspiration to its graduates to seek to become something better than they are. If ever this college becomes just another place where young men may go to receive a degree, if ever it seems likely to lose its special sense of mission, then you must do whatever you can to see that its leadership is changed to those who will know and believe in that special mission." Kevin G. Clifford, for nearly half a century, you have delivered the leadership that has kept Wabash from becoming just another place where young men may go to receive a degree. Your gifts of time, talent, treasure, wisdom, experience, and charisma have shaped the trajectory of this college, and we are all grateful for your devotion to it. You came to Wabash from Chicago, majored in political science, played football, and served as president of the Independent Men's Association. You were an assistant coach for Frank Navarro on his historic 1977 Stag Bowl team. Coach Navarro became your mentor, instilled in you values like hard work, self-reliance, and rugged independence, values that shaped the way you have led your life. You became a giant in the world of financial planning, beginning your career in sales with American Funds and doggedly working your way up to regional vice president, and eventually to chairman and CEO of American Funds, the world's largest active funds manager. Rogie said that Wabash commands affection and loyalty. He also charged alumni to step in to keep our leaders focused on our special mission. Throughout your life, wherever you have lived, and no matter how busy your professional career was, you have demonstrated immense loyalty to Wabash and led in times of both challenge and celebration. When our admissions office was struggling to forge a consistent strategy, as a trustee, you stepped up to chair a special task force that plotted a course for dramatic improvement and years of success. When a long line of generous and thoughtful trustees began rolling off the board, you, as chairman of the Committee on Trusteeship, recruited a generation of trustees who continued to lead this college to this day. When we needed fundraising leadership, you gave generously and spoke passionately about our college during both the campaign for leadership and the challenge of excellence, the latter a fundraising drive that helped us emerge strong and confident after the great financial crisis. When it was time for new leadership, you chaired the presidential search committee that brought to our college President Hess, which ushered in a period of positive growth and change. And just prior to the pandemic, when we dreamed of improving our athletic facilities, you were the anonymous lead donor who gave us Frank Navarro Field, the Huntsman family track, and this beautiful little giant stadium. Kevin, you were not at Kevin, you were not at Dean Rogy's breakfast with seniors in 1963, but all of us at Wabash would be hard-pressed to name anyone who has risen to his challenge more than you. Wabash is better for your leadership, loyalty, and affection, and we are eternally grateful. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Wabash College and delegated to that board by the state of Indiana, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining, of which this citation shall be a permanent witness. Thank you for everything you've done.
Mr. President,
Mr. Secretary,
it is my great honor to present to you the Wabash College class of 2025 so that you may confer upon them the in-course degree Bachelor of Arts.
Wabash class of 2025, please rise. Gentlemen, there's an old Wabash joke that goes something like this. Wabash and DePaul will graduate an amazingly talented group of seniors this month. Impressive as they are, none of them can read their diplomas. The difference is that Wabash's diplomas are written in Latin. I know it's not that funny, but I had to do something because people seem to have given me a hard time about making friends down south. Maybe some of you have taken enough Latin to make out the diploma, but I want you all to know what our motto means. At the top of your diploma is Wabash's sacred seal, which says in Latin, Scientiu et Virtuti. Thad Seymour, who was president when Bob Chanmus and Kevin Clifford were students, translated that as know-how and guts. A Latin scholar, though, will tell you your diploma calls you to seek knowledge and virtue all throughout your lives. Whether you ascend to the corner office as a CEO, teach high school to underserved kids, practice law, preach from a pulpit, sell insurance, conduct research in a lab, all of you have the ability to lead wise and virtuous lives. Virtues like courage, integrity, justice, and wisdom come with no price tag, and you have all the education you need to pursue them. But you must choose to be men of virtue. Choose to be men who make a difference in our troubled world. Choose a path paved with virtues, and you will be good Wabash men. And you will carry forth the legacy of all those who have gone before you. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Wabash College and delegated to that board by the great state of Indiana, I do hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Keegan Grant Abney. Seth Acero, cum laude. Andre Eduardo Aguilera. Kiani Kyle Albright, magna cum laude. Gavin Dane Allstott, magna cum laude. Julian Albizo Velázquez in absentia. Jared Ariza. Daniel Lewis Bacon. Richard Allen Ballantyne, summa cum laude. Nicholas Wade Bastian, magna cum laude. Caden Elijah Beatty, magna cum laude. Brennan Charles Boser, magna cum laude. Ethan Ronald Bednarzik. William Henry Michael Bikes III. Samuel Scott Benedict, cum laude. Zachary James Bilecki, magna cum laude. Jonah Alexander Billups. Mitchell Jamie Bach. Jahan McGinnis Boyers, magna cum laude. Jet Jackson Brownlee, cum laude. Braden Scott Bryant. Vincent Thomas Busilla. Samuel Robert Burris. Gage Ryan Bussinger. Blake Mitchell Caldwell. Walter Joshua Peter Campbell. Phoenix Alti Carney. Jordan Bryant Carter. Benjamin Paolo Casica Patton, magna cum laude. William Reese Chapman, cum laude. Sarvik Chaudhry. Richard Eugene Clevenger II. Cooper Vincent Cochran. Tucker Keith Kaufman. Ethan Chad Comain. Connor Richard Craig, magna cum laude. Braden Michael Kernut. Jacob Paul Davis. Drew W. Delore in absentia. Samuel Kellerman Decker. Louis Defoe Dellinger, summa cum laude. Andrew Thomas Dever, summa cum laude. Luca Anthony Di Filippo, summa cum laude. Avery Charles Dixon. Anthony James Donahue. Jordan Shane Dunsky. Wyatt Young Dorsey. Trescott Mason Duffy, cum laude. Grayson Alexander Dunn. Robert August Durham. Misha Daniel Zube. Avery Ray Epstein. Jacob Caden Irvin. Colin Asher Fitzgerald. Logan James Fleming, cum laude. Noah Matthew Fleming. Cameron Jacob Ford. Michael James Galanos. Omar Garcia. Santiago Garcia Rojas. Connor Lee Garrity. Aiden Michael Gilat, summa cum laude. Henry Gresham Giesel, magna cum laude. Justin David Generis, magna cum laude. Miles Current Goss, magna cum laude. Jacob Arthur Graydon. Sean Riley Granger, cum laude. Christian Pierre Gray, cum laude. Elijah Alexander Green, magna cum laude. Nicholas Victor Hakimian. Owen Thomas Hauber, magna cum laude. Julius Patrick Hearns, magna cum laude. Samuel James Heckman. Matthew Raymond Hendrick, cum laude. Ethan Michael Rustin Hendricks. Antonio Jesus Hernandez. Seth Byron Holtzclaw. Noah Keandre Hoopman. Jacob Elliott Irick. Cade Joseph Irwin. Augustus Jackson Isaac, magna cum laude. Oscar Hakome Weska, magna cum laude. Cooper Matthew Jarvis, magna cum laude. Ethan Maddox Johns, summa cum laude. Canon James Kelly. Noah Timothy Nathaniel Kent. Biswajit Kumar. James Carter Langmaid. Neil David Lehman, summa cum laude. Jackson Carl Leeper, summa cum laude. Jared Patrick Lephart, in absentia. Matthew Ryan Lepper, magna cum laude. Matthew Lawrence Lesniak, magna cum laude. Samuel Joseph Long. Taylor John Lorsung. Quinn Patrick Manford, summa cum laude. Robert Auden Manuzzi, magna cum laude. Andrew Jesse Martin. Elijah Eugene Martin, magna cum laude. Grant Stiles McCorkle, magna cum laude. Noah Daniel McRoberts, summa cum laude. Joseph Michael Miller, magna cum laude. Thomas Jesse Minkler. Ashton Daniel Moore, cum laude. William Charles Morris. Garrett Nicholas Morose. William Paul Neubauer. Evan Joseph Nycom, magna cum laude. Abeku Mauli Kweku Nevis, cum laude. Alex Ngaba, in absentia. Anthony Kok Nguyen, in absentia. Nathaniel Eben Oakes. William David Olive. Jacob Allen Ostman, summa cum laude. Thomas Richard Oppman, summa cum laude. Jonathan Brock Odie, cum laude. Emilio Jose Paez. Ryan Lee Papandrea, magna cum laude. Jack Michael Pendleton. Noah Alexander Pendleton. Andres Miguel Peralta. Kobe Nolan Perez. Spencer Thomas Phillips, cum laude. William Deal Phillips. Gavin Michael Pearson. Gabriel Lane Purtle, summa cum laude. Nathaniel Eugene Plake, magna cum laude. Víctor Alberto Polanco Rodríguez. Robert Joseph Prusen. Jacob Daniel Ramirez. Fernando Ramos. James Jacob Ransford, magna cum laude. Blake Andrew Reed. Eli Zachary Reeves, magna cum laude. Preston Cooper Reynolds, summa cum laude. Noah David Ridgway, cum laude. Louis Rivera III, summa cum laude. Enrique Gregorio Spadilla Ruiz, cum laude. Karsten Daniel Runge. Luis Ivan Sanchez. Justin Lee Santiago, summa cum laude. Camden Reed Scheit. Samuel Abram Shockley, cum laude. Caden Nathaniel Short, magna cum laude. Don Demetrius Jacob Silas. Jonathan Alfredo Silva Melendez, cum laude. Andrew John Robert Sinkovics, summa cum laude. Jacob Carter Sitzman, magna cum laude. Zachary Marcelo Small. Don Lee Smith III. Mark Christopher Stolte. Grant Robert Stratton, cum laude. Ian Thomas Strail. Corbin Joshua Strimmel. Carl Justin Suba. James William Zalke, magna cum laude. Christian Benjamin Tackett, cum laude. Henry Lee Taylor, cum laude. Vaughn Dieter Taylor, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Terrazas. Stephen Morris Thomas. Connor Matthew Thompson, magna cum laude. Jack Thursby. Nicholas J. Tipton. Olivier Tuishime. Arvid Ula. Francisco Daniel Jacob Uribe. Samuel Dean Vandiver Williams. Owen Thomas Volk, magna cum laude. Dalton McConnell Waldman. Aidan John Walker, magna cum laude. Benjamin Matthew Wallace, cum laude. Ethan Thomas Wallace, cum laude. Jackson Thomas Wannemuller. Gautam Jairam Warrior. Jacob Thomas Weber, summa cum laude. Logan Avery Weilbaker, summa cum laude. Justice Franklin Wenz. Blake Allen White, cum laude. Jacob Ellis White, magna cum laude. Ethan Taylor Wilson. Hunter Allen Ray. Henry Alexander Young. Bruno Zamora, magna cum laude. Christian David Zimmerman, magna cum laude.
Gentlemen, the word commencement means an act or time of commencing, and the word commence means to start or to begin. Today is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We have spent 4 years preparing you to meet the opportunities and the challenges that await you. We have taught you to be gentlemen, to live by a single rule, to be good men, and to be men of integrity. Our prayer for you is that you will be men of substance and men of virtue. You leave these hallowed grounds excited, but also, I know, anxious about entering a world of great uncertainty. I racked my memory trying to think of a time when Wabash men were entering a world like the one that you will inherit today. It turns out yours is not the first class that will enter a divided world. As sophomores, all of you read Bill Plaker's 1970 commencement address to his classmates, a speech you studied in EQ. The war in Vietnam was raging and the battle for civil rights was happening at home. But Dr. Plaker told us, the years ahead will be difficult, and we may learn in a time of pestilence that there are more things to admire in men than to despise. 5 years later, in 1975, the man sitting behind me, Bob Chamness, was equally uneasy about the future when he gave the commencement address to his classmates. Bob said, "There will always be those who sit idly by, letting their fellow man shoulder the burden of making a better world. But just as surely There will always be those who will meet the challenge and shoulder the load. These are men of unquestioned strength and courage who, in the face of human opposition and personal tragedy, triumph, whatever the sacrifice. So as you leave this good place, try to help people. Care about what's happening in our world. Show your love in the way you live your lives. Look for things to admire in every person you encounter. Wabash Class of 2025, please stand. Gentlemen, you have received a liberal arts education imbued with empathy and compassion. You are critical thinkers, effective communicators, and problem solvers. You have built stores of resilience that will get you through the hard times ahead. And you are equipped with the knowledge and the virtues to change our world. Our charge to you is simple. Go out and do exactly that. Before we close with the singing of Old Wabash, I'll remind you that the recessional will be led by members of the Platform Party, Board of Trustees, and the faculty who will exit first. And those folks will line up along Monon Bell Way to welcome our new graduates onto the mall. I will then lead the class of 2025 through the senior arch and to the steps of Pioneer Chapel, where they will sing our fight song one last time together. The graduates will wait there to allow friends and family to join them on the mall. To help our new graduates get warmed up, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join in the singing of Old Wabash, led by the Wabash College Glee Club.
From the hills of Maine to the western plain, or where the continent's glowing, from the gloomy shade of the northern pine to the light of the southern seas, there's a name held dear and a color we cheer wherever we find it glowing. The tears shall rise for a longing as it floats on the evening breeze. When the day is done and the western sun is painting in flashing glory, across the skies with gorgeous dyes, the color we love so well. We love to sit as the shadows flit and praise it in song and story. We love to shout as the light dies out a good old Wabash yell. Our prayers are always thine, our voices and hearts combine to sing thy praise in future days shall bring thy name before us. When college days are past, as long as life shall last, our greatest joy will be to shout the chorus. Dear old Wabash, thy loyal sons shall ever love thee, and o'er the classic halls the scarlet flag shall proudly flash. Long in our hearts we'll bear the sweetest memories of thee. Long shall we sing thy praises, old Wabash. Shall echo the song till hill and valley are ringing, to spread the fame of her honored name wherever the breezes blow, till sweet and clear the world shall hear the sons of Wabash singing, and flying free the world shall see our scarlet banner go. The honors won by each loyal son, and highest rank shall sustain her forevermore, as in days of yore their deeds be noble and grand. And once again ye Wabash men, three cheers for alma mater, whate'er befall revered by all may she unequal stand. Our prayers are always thine, our voices and hearts combine to sing thy praise in future days shall bring thy name before us. When college days are past, as long as life shall last, our greatest joy will be to shout the chorus. Dear old Wabash, thy Lord praises, old Wabash.
Let us pray. To the one that is ground beneath our feet, the light that shines in the darkness, and the evening breeze that quickens our heart, be with us today and always, guiding our hearts, minds, and spirits. Starting soon, for the 187th time, the professors will disappear and the true exercises will commence for the class of 2025. When life gives tests before the lessons, lessons with no study guide, and plenty of squirrels to chase, let our time at Wabash provide the balanced judgment, broad knowledge, and good character to rise to the challenge. Grant all of us wisdom, courage, peace, and joy, and remind us that we are never alone. May our voices and hearts combine to sing thy praise for all our days. And all the people said, Amen.
Two pages. Two pages.